Hey everybody, how's it going today? I haven't had a chance to look at everything from last night, but I'm here to continue something that I started last night. I've got some things to send out to folks, like business cards and stickers. Moon, we're going to the moon. Some homemade business cards. And then I've got a whole box of them over there, plus some postcards. So let's see, 3 people recently have given me their address. And so I'm going to pack some envelopes, or I packed 2 envelopes last night. I'm packing one right now. Hopefully I'll be able to keep the address from showing. I feel really bad about that because it is a live stream rather than pre-recorded. Over here, that's my reflection in the TV. That's pretty funny. Okay, 2 seconds. And then I'll crack open a beer. So I hope you're enjoying your Saturday. Oh, I've got tons of hats too. I've got 2 shirts left over from the party and tons of hats. I'll just bring this box over here. Oh my goodness. Got this whole box full of cards, business cards. And then I've got like quite a few hats. And they're the same as this, the back net. I'm wearing it right now because it keeps the heat in, but these are some phenomenal hats in my opinion. And the trucker style is back in style, right? Some people having fun. Yeah, some people having fun over there. All right, so here is what the postcards look like. This was the first postcard. And then instead of this having mailer information right here, we took that off and then made this custom for the party I was throwing. So each one of those relates to something that I've done or that I'm a part of. I got another blonde because I like the San Marcos blonde right now. It's a little bit chilly up in here. I'm shivering just a little bit. All right. Smoke them if you got them, if you do that. And I'm going to pat this. All right, cool. So I can... So I put like, what is it? Maybe like 10 cards, about 10 of them right next to each other. I'll do this for free, guys. Just send me your info, DM me something, and just tell me whether you want me to delete me knowing your address or not, because I'm thinking about having everybody's address, keeping it private to me, but every time I have a new piece of material to send out to people, maybe I could just spend the $5 to pay for the stamps to send it out to everybody, and boom, it's done automatically. So maybe from the time that you give me your address, I can get you stuff from then on if it comes to me. And so here's an example of some high quality stickers that you could have made. And then, like I said, these 2 other examples. Sweet. And I'm going to push the limits. I'm going to put in some aluminum cards. These are some beautiful aluminum cards. that we had Philip Banks create and print. And if you were to purchase these aluminum cards from him, I bet you he would get them to your door within 4 days. Just for some reason, it doesn't matter what day of the week it is, that stuff is done. It's printed, it's shipped, it's bulky, it's expensive, it's small bulky, but it's expensive. Small. It's not bulky. I'm sorry. It's heavy, but it is expensive. Like here's maybe like half an order or a third of an order. They're like 55 cards for $85 or $77, somewhere in there. I think it's about 55 cards. So what I advise people, as I'm sending this to someone, right? I'm going to advise them to hold on to one of these black ones so that they can flip it on the backside and say, do you know who this guy is? This guy's Richard Hart. There's all these social media links that they can immediately QR code. And then it's got the nice, slick, look at the way that pops. So if I'm just holding this, you know, at a countertop, or if I'm showing somebody something, that shit really pops. So I'll put 2 of them in here, and maybe I'll figure out some like awesome way of intertwining the structure over time. But this one here, this one is not about Richard Hart. Instead, this is about me. So I'm going to throw this in there as an example of something that you could do for your personal, you know, finance, furthering yourself, whatever, your personal business or whatever. So it's not that I'm running a business. It's that this right here goes to a PDF where you can learn what my stance on Hex is and cryptocurrencies. So I have a 10-page PDF that will walk you through the steps of what I just explained, plus the MetaMask, all of those situations, all the way down to being done and staked and being able to save your passwords and tuck them away and store them however you're going to store them. And then on the other side, I've got the YouTube channel that you're watching right now. So this is the hub for videos to learn more. And then, so that's what that one looks like. And then on this side is the 10-page PDF that's sitting on my G Drive. Your financial investments are your financial investments. I'm not saying anything. But it is really interesting the way that everything's going right now. Like, people who are actually paying attention understand that FTX was a very big thing, a very, very, very big thing. So it'll be interesting. Going forward, as all of these things are uncovered by the general public, which a lot of this stuff has been hidden from. So I was actually just at my parents' house on the other side of town, and my dad asked me if I was a part of the FTX thing, if I had anything to do with it. And then I explained everything to him in a simple way. And then he started asking me like complex questions. And I come to find out that he and my mom have been reading a little bit of Crypto for Dummies, you know, the yellow and black book for dummies books. So there's a crypto one that's like that thick, and it's meant to be just an introductory to crypto. And there's the book says that there's 6 books in one. And so in number 6, they teach you how to mine, but up in book number 1, they just teach you about the basics, and they start out with what I thought was going to be fallacies in crypto, but it ended up being a different thing. So never mind. It was really great to see that my parents had so much knowledge thus far of crypto. And my mother, she wanted to know, why is it whenever you stake Hex, does it turn it into shares? So that was a really complex, interesting question to have. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Wrap it up and send it out. Ooh, this is an ugly envelope. That's what I get for a not flat surface. Anybody watching this in the future, feel free to give me a DM, Eco Builder, on Twitter. That's my name. That's my handle. Okay, put some stuff in there, and now let's find a stamp. The luxuries of a first world nation. I might be pushing the limit on the weight, so I'm going to go ahead and put 2 stamps. Remember, the stamps are in the top right corner. This digital age, I bet a lot of you haven't used postage in a while. All right. I'm not putting my return address because I don't want a bill in case it is that these stamps don't meet the amount of money. Maybe it is that I could get something free out of the government. I don't know. Maybe it is on the back end that they'll charge the other guys, but it's not a big deal for them because it's only pennies. And so yeah, I've got this whole box of business cards. Help me help you. Help me help everybody. One of the guys, Victor Fan Network in Houston, he came over here with this box, and I don't know the whole story behind them, but like, look at that chunk. My goodness. So I haven't seen like how many these are, but it's gotta be a ton, man. Like 5,000 or something. Yeah, cool. That's his address on this side, so I'm not gonna show you that, of course. Sweet. Let's see. Maybe during this time period, think about new ways of evaluating cryptocurrencies. Maybe earn some more money and buy some more Hex and stake some more Hex. But if you're at a higher level of understanding, maybe utilize this time to create some tools to help everyone out. Maybe use this time to innovate a bit, analyze your personal situation, how crypto affects it, or how you could teach others. Maybe go to my PDF and analyze that and tell me how I could make it better, or make your own PDF, make it better, and start passing it out to everybody. Printed or in a digital format with a link or a QR or whatever. Start maybe practicing the way that you advertise. Maybe get better at advertising, because heck, like, have you realized that sales, the portions of offices that have sales and, like, let's say engineering, like, those people probably make the same, or maybe even sales make more money than the people who are the specifics, because these people keep the money coming in. These people do the work to do a good job and have return clients, but these people keep up the relationship with the clients. So maybe we're just having a sales problem in the world, because there are really good things that are out there that people don't know about. I have done a little bit of marketing stuff, like reading and podcasting. Digestion is what I'm saying. What else do I have to say? So during this time, think about doing things in a new way. That could help all of us out. And, just like you being early to crypto and taking the risk of staking your HEX tokens, just like that, these actions that I'm talking about, like innovating and doing outreach and stuff during this time period, because right now we need to be loud. Right now we need to let people know that there is an awesome way of doing crypto, a way of earning yields without lending out your coins to a third party, without trusting a third party, you and the contract. So yeah, maybe during this time period, you're able to innovate, and I wish you well. And so eat right, exercise, spend time with loved ones, work hard, and repeat. And when you need to take breaks, take breaks. I personally probably need to just like hit the road every 3 weeks or something like that, because whenever I just stay around, I actually get nothing done. It's like you need to take breaks. So remember that, people. But really, like, who am I talking to? I'm talking to the people who actually need to be pushed a little bit. Now's the time to be loud. Now's the time to work on things and to really outreach and bring new people into our community. New people with skills that we haven't yet seen be applied in this fashion. Because like you're not going to grow just immediately, right? And we need to utilize things now. So that's a way of looking at it. But the Twitter Spaces, man, if you were to go and put up a Twitter Space and title it something that is very attractive, you're gonna get tons of people flowing to you, through you. So first of all, be careful, because you have everybody listening to you, but it's a double-edged sword. Like if you are able to really be good at it, then you could do a really good job for our community. And it's like casting out a net to all of crypto on Twitter. These Twitter Spaces, that's where everybody can request a mic and everybody can listen. What else? If it is that you haven't been promoting Hex nonstop, then you have no room to say like, hey, Hexakin, diehard Hexakin, why is it, or OG Hexakin, why is it that you're not supporting me? It's because you don't realize that people continue to flow into the space at their newer level of thinking or relating to the space. And you thought that you could talk about other things other than Hex. And quite possibly you led them to something, and that made you better off financially because of the pennies that were kicked around. And that's not cool with us. That's not cool with us. If you were here earlier in Hex, you would understand this at a deeper level, and you would have all sorts of scenarios to point to. And if you don't, I'm sorry. And if you want to tell me that, oh, I wasn't in Hex because of blah, 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 then I'm sorry. That's a part of life. That's just a God factor. That you weren't here, you weren't paying attention. Right now, you could go do everything. You could fucking fly if you knew how. It's a God factor. We don't fucking know. So for you to say that you weren't here at that time, it doesn't matter. What is what is. All right, so I'll see you guys later, and get me whatever you want related to these postal things, and come into t.me/hex postcards if it is that you want to converse about marketing stuff, and if you have any pointers for us in marketing, advertising, all that stuff is talked about in there, as well as the marketing advertising Telegram group that was created a while back by some administrators that may not be looking at it so closely and populating it. And if you're a person who really likes to spread digital design, or you appreciate artwork, or you just want some hex to hex up your life, like an image to hex up your life, go to t.me/hex design, and there you can find screensavers, wallpapers, memes. You can find all sorts of things that that relate to like hex artwork and stuff, and so you can hex up your life. Sweet. I'll cover the news in a new, different way going forward, I think. And then also, I might be changing up the days that I do live streams. Sort of like Tuesdays right now is typically my live stream day, but I'm thinking of changing that to another day that I typically feel more extroverted, because I'm heavily introverted. So what do I do with these? I just drop them in the downtown deposit box over here, and basically everybody gets them within like 6 days, something like that. Lately I haven't had a problem at all, but you know, sometimes those boxes get ignored for like a week in the past. Lately I haven't had a problem. And then these books of stamps, I don't need to tell you, but 45 cents each, and then $10 entire book, right? So I got 2 books whenever I went. It's probably more than $10 actually. I got 2 of them, anticipating a lot of people asking me for stuff. So please do that, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful evening, and take care of yourself. I'm trying to find the mouse. If y'all need anything, let me know. As far as like t.me/hex foodies, you know, advice with food or exercise, or land acquisition, animal husbandry, just all sorts of things we talk about in that group. And then also in the local group, that's Hex Texas, so Texas area wide. I don't think many of us are going to go to the San Diego Hex 3rd birthday party, but here in the Hex Texas area, we're going to definitely have more parties, so just keep in touch. A lot of people are excited about that. I'm going to build out this space to be something extraordinary. You know, when you're a business owner, you need to have some stake in your time and in what it is that you're teaching people. So I need to figure out exactly what it is that I'm going to offer the public. But I do like the energy. I do like what's happening. It's really interesting. We are living a really interesting time period, and I always knew that we would have an interesting life. All right, I will. Can you see that all not reflecting? So from me and this acrylic Richard, I'll see you guys later. Be nice to all Hexicans because you don't know when it is that they'll finally turn the corner and become Hexicans. Everybody be nice to everybody. Hexicans are winning. Cheers. This is a crypto takeover.